In Seattle, it's the Seattle Supersonics and the New Orleans Hornets. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Let's hand it over to the PA announcer for the starting lineup.
Starting at center, Kelvin Booth. Starting at guard, Luke Ridnour. Starting at the other guard, Brent Berry. Starting at forward, Rashard Lewis. Starting at the other forward, Vin Baker. The coach, Nate McMillan.
Seattle gains possession and heads up the floor. Ridnour advances the ball. The Hornets are playing right up on their men. Anderson comes up with the ball.
He did a nice job of staying in front of his man and forcing a bad pass.
Able to finger roll. Was able to hit with a man in his face. A nice shot by Lewis. Advances up court. Barry swats it away.
That was an outstanding block, Mark. He definitely has his moments on defense.
Jones is fouled by Booth. Doesn't fall. Jones makes one of two.
Made a nice move to get open for the alley-oop, but couldn't put it down.
Almost taken away. Baker, 4 ticks left.
They did a tremendous job of converting a difficult play. Great pass and finish on the alley-oop.
Lewis on the denial. Loose ball, out of bounds. He elevates. Ridnour checks his man tight. Mashburn denies him.
He stayed with his man and read the play perfectly. Great block.
A lot of different touches here. Shot clock's at 5. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. From underneath, Jones with a tremendous effort to challenge the shooter.
That was a very strong defensive stand, forcing him to throw it up, trying to avoid the 24-second violation.
Can't hit for 2.
Barry was able to contest that shot and force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense from him right now.
Lewis with the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. Anderson is not buying. 10 to put it up. Misfires from 3. The attempt from downtown missed after the solid defensive play by Mashburn. Anderson is met by Barry.
Here's a matchup he's going to try and take advantage of.
That's not a defender who can guard a player like him. Jones with no room to breathe. Can't make the long 2. Baker with his first board of the game.
Baker.
On the pull-up, the two's no good. Coleman has been very well positioned defensively.
He's disrupting shots and making it difficult for the other team to score.
Anderson, closely guarded, gets two with the finger roll. The shot. That's team foul number 1 on the Hornets. Baker is good on the first. He hits both. The Supersonics are playing solid defense.
Baker
rises up. Coleman with the pressure. Misses the long two.
The Hornets are making an impressive effort in rebounding the ball at the defensive end.
Jones dialing long distance. We have a time
for Seattle.
Clock's at 2. Barry with one showing. Hits it to beat the buzzer. Coleman goes to the back down. Comes up empty. Baker able to get to it. It is no good from downtown. Booth came up with a lazy pass. Lewis covered by Jones. He shoots, down to 2. A long 2 doesn't go. The shooter had to force up the quick shot and wasn't able to hit. That was some good defense being played by Mashburn. No good from three-point land.
Barry extended himself there to force him into the difficult shot.
Lewis tries from downtown. The 3 doesn't go. Some nice hustle by the defender.
He got in the shooter's head that time. Even though he didn't block it, he made sure the shooter knew he was coming for it, and that may have been enough to make him rush his shot.
He takes it inside. He tees it up. Misses the 2. Magloire with another rebound. Anderson with the ball. From in close. Misses the close shot. Baker able to come down with it. Ridnour bringing it up court. From the perimeter, Lewis contested by Mashburn. Booth comes up with another rebound. Out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. Lewis with a hurried shot makes the turnaround. Able to avoid the defender on that basket.
When you have guys flying at you trying to block your shot, it's easy to take your eye off the basket and blow the bucket. He kept his eye on the rim, followed through, and made it look easy.
Hard-nosed defense being played by Ridnour. Anderson with the open look. The three is off the mark.
Made a quick move to get open for the alley-oop. Great job by his teammate to hit him with the pass.
That was not a smart pass. It was almost picked off.
They're lucky it wasn't a turnover.
He doesn't bite on the fake. With the pull-up, the two's no good.
Barry's not allowing anything easy down low.
He did an outstanding job pressuring the ball. Out of bounds on the loose ball. Ridnour challenges the shot, misses from just inside the arc. Baker comes down with it.
We're seeing some great positioning by the defender tonight.
Lewis from the perimeter. That's an 8-0 run for the Supersonics. He puts one up straight away for two for the top of the circle. Four left on the clock.
That was an exceptional play. The offensive player cut to the hoop and did a nice job of finishing the alley-oop.
He crosses over. Here's Mashburn. Can't get it to drop. The Supersonics working it around. Misfires from three. Mashburn is on it. Mashburn is 2 for 4 from the field.
2 minutes to go.
Baker setting it up on the left side. Only 5 to get a shot off. Barry with 3 on the clock. It doesn't go. He had to get rid of it.
Jones able to force the shooter into a bad shot with the shot clock winding down. Some nice pressure defense on that possession.
It is not good for the baseline. With the follow.
No one around him to stop him, so he just finishes it with the flush.
Anderson plays off his man. From down low, the two's no good. Ridnour is there. No good from three-point land. Lewis with a nice block. It doesn't go.
There's time for them to run a quick play to free up a man for a shot and still get another possession out of this.
He elevates.
To number 24, Jamal
Lewis
Mashburn.
is fouled by
That's
Mashburn.
the first foul in the final 2 minutes.
Good on the first. Two for two. Anderson on the left side. Booth stopped the offensive
Seattle
player
foul
and
to
sent
number
him to the line.
52, Kelvin Booth. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Magloire
Shooting
is
two.
hit on the shot. can't hit the first. James entering the game for the Supersonics.
Jerome James.
Magloire gets 1 of 2. The shot clock is off as they play this out. About 12 seconds left on the clock. Down to 5 in the quarter. Magloire with it. The first quarter is in the books. The Supersonics lead by 2.
They came out ready to play. It'll be interesting to see if they can maintain this momentum in the second quarter.
Jones.
They tried for an alley-oop, but came away empty-handed. It may have been mistimed a little bit on that interception. Beautiful play. He saw that pass all the way and stole it.
Lewis from point-blank range couldn't get it to fall. He got hit, had to change it up, and it just would not go. Guarded tightly by Barry. Threw it down the double pump. Loose ball, out of bounds. Oh, the gorgeous move by Lewis. Comes up empty. Anderson is definitely doing his part defensively to slow down the other team.
They're having a tough time making shots.
Jones with the jumper. Baker with the rebound. From the low block, jumper's off the mark, and he comes up with the rebound.
Another defensive rebound for him, Marv. He's putting on a clinic out there.
Jones for the 3, can't hit from downtown.
Ridnour stayed with his man and forced him into a tough 3.
It's important not to give up easy looks from outside. Good for 3.
Ridnour able to avoid the block to drain that shot. What a play.
Anderson advances the ball. Left all to shoot from out there by
turnover. He comes away with that pass. Lewis pressured the ball and caused that turnover, Mark.
He looks very focused right now defensively. Lewis with the change of direction. The 2's no good. He bothered the shooter enough to force the miss. We're seeing some nice defense by Magloire. Jamal Mashburn one-hands it. With the shot, Jones gives him no room. Counted for 2.
Barry gets the bucket with the defense right in his face. What a shot.
Anderson picked up by Ridnour. 10 on the shot clock. Jones forces it up, misses the 2.
Barry playing some standout defense there. He knew the shot clock was ticking down, and he didn't let him get a good look, forcing the missed shot.
Lewis pulling up from downtown.
They put up a lot of their points from outside the arc in this one. 3s have made up a significant.
Timeout is called
for the Hornets.
We got pressure.
Stifling defense by Ridnour. Anderson with a pretty play.
What a delivery for the big finish. He's making it easy for his guys with those nice passes.
From the post, sinks the jumper. The Hornets are not getting it done, Czar. The double team came way too late.
The second player has to rotate immediately in order for the double team to be effective.
Mashburn.
Unguarded, jumper's good.
Baker
Puts it up, comes up, not able to tip it back in. He doesn't go for the fake. Jones with defenders all over him. James sends him to the line with a smart play.
He made sure the offensive player didn't score.
Jones draws the foul and goes to the line for two. It's good. He makes them both. Brings it up court. The ball is passed around by the Supersonics. He got a hand on it. Shot clock is down to 5. It falls, and the foul, who get a chance for a three-point play.
Such great concentration, Mark. He never took his eye off the rim.
Ridnour could not get it to go for a three-point play. Too much contact, could not adjust in time to make it fall. What a move! Eddie Jones. Ridnour takes it inside from the paint, draws iron, and is out of bounds off the miss.
To the game for the Hornets, number 5, Eldon Campbell, and number 42, B.J. Brown.
Barry is man with nowhere to go. He won't be denied. Eddie Jones. Mashburn sends it away. Brown with quite a play.
He read his man perfectly, Mark.
Finger rolls it for two.
All right, here we go, fellas. Keep it going now.
Barry from in close.
To number 5,
Campbell with the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. First one's no good. Barry comes away, misses on the tip-in. The Hornets continue to be very active on the defensive board.
They're playing with a lot of desire, Marv.
Mashburn guarded by Lewis. Mashburn surrounded, hits the finger roll. Lewis with the shot. Yes! The Supersonics come up with an answer on the offensive end. Anderson sets it up near the top. Jones lets it go from the perimeter, makes the turnaround.
Anderson with a nice dish on that play. He saw the defender coming and knew exactly where to find his teammate. A good look on that play.
Ridnour. Jones sends it back.
He read the other player perfectly and got the rejection.
That was a spectacular defensive play. He serves up the facial. Eddie Jones. Pulling up. Yes. And a timeout
for New Orleans.
Coleman returns to the action for the Hornets.
44, Derek Coleman.
Anderson sets it up near the middle, blanketed by Ridnour. Lewis didn't, but rejected. Rashard Lewis out of bounds. The loose ball last touched by the Supersonics. Puts it up from the perimeter. Can't hit from downtown. Baker with the nice ball.
He did a great job of boxing his man out that time.
The shot erased by Jones. Here's Mashburn. Jamal Mashburn with the emphatic dunk. Lewis challenged by Mashburn. Can't get it to go from up top. Mashburn gets it off, drops the long two.
Anderson showing some nice passing on that play. He gave it to him right where he needed it to score.
Ridnour defended by Anderson. The Supersonics trail by 7. The Hornets did not look very organized defensively on that possession.
A defensive rotation could have prevented that basket.
Nicely done by Barry. Backs him down. Campbell is fouled by James.
Seattle foul to number 13, Jamal James.
Baker with a tight defense.
Jones saw an opening, cut to the basket, and made a spectacular play to complete the alley-oop.
With the jumper, the two's no good.
Mashburn used his size to take away the clean look and forced him into that miss.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
On your right.
10 to put it up with the penetration. It doesn't drop for him. He got hit on that play, made the adjustment to get it off, and it just did not fall. Some clock being used by the Supersonics.
New Orleans foul to number 24, Jamal
Lewis is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot two. He gets it to fall. Lewis gets them both. Coleman at the rim.
Let's see that again from a different angle.
13, Jerome James. That's the first foul in the final
They
2
are
minutes.
at the
To
limit.
line for 2. Derek Coleman.
Makes the first. Two for two.
Into the game
Booth
for the
returns
Sonics.
now
Number
for the
52,
Supersonics.
Calvin Booth.
Ridnour on the left side.
Hornets foul to number 44.
Coleman
Derek
is whistled for the foul,
That's
his second personal.
They are
Ridnour
now in
hits
the
his
penalty.
first.
Who's got the shooter?
He hits both. Here's Jones,
Eddie
and
Jones.
count it.
The Hornets getting it done against the overmatched defense. They exploited the mismatch that time.
Smothered by Coleman from down low, comes up with two.
Right here, right here.
Anderson working from the middle.
They just missed completing a spectacular alley-oop. The pass was there, but they just couldn't come up with the finish.
They've switched the shot clock off. Lewis with the jump shot, no good from the right of the circle. 15 seconds to play in the quarter.
Shot clock. Go down on this.
Booth
Defensive
came out on the
foul
wrong
to
end
number
of that
52,
encounter. He looks like he's going to the
Calvin
bench.
That's his third personal. We are now in the penalty. Into
That
the
right
game
arm looks
for
like
Seattle,
it got the
number
worst of it on that
9,
foul.
Vitaly
No
Potapenko.
team likes to have injuries, but if one of your
To the
players
line
sustains
for
an
2,
injury,
Jamal
you'd rather it be your role
Mashburn.
players rather than one of your top guys.
Misses his first.
No shooter.
Mashburn hits one of two from the line.
One shot.
Coleman making a defensive statement. Here's Lewis. Well, at the half, the Hornets lead by 10. Here are the key players at the half.
Chip it, chip it.
Ten seconds to get a shot off.
Anderson showing some spectacular passing right now. The perfect delivery on that alley-oop.
Jones with an airtight defensive effort. Coleman is fouled and a recharge to Baker. Booth wants to play and is returning to the floor.
I'm surprised this team is letting him go back in. He may be able to contribute out there, but should he make that injury worse, it'll cost them more than just this one game.
At the basket.
Lewis recognized that he had the foul to stop the basket.
He made a smart play, Zart. Now the other team will have to earn 2 points from the line. Their coach has done an outstanding job. They're out in front with a secure lead.
Byron Scott knows what it takes to succeed in the NBA, having won 3 NBA titles as a player with the Showtime Lakers of the 80s. It didn't take him long to find success as a coach. He led the New Jersey Nets to the NBA Finals in just his second season.
Ridnour advances the ball. They nearly turned it over. That was not a smart pass.
They need to make sure the intended receiver is clearly open.
Baker, no good on the tip. Tips off the mark. Coleman with the solid defensive effort.
He did a very good job of staying with his man and challenging the shot.
Here, we got him, Here.
Working the ball around the court. Here's Mashburn. Baker with the defensive ball. Setting it up on the right. Campbell with the strip. He just completed an outstanding defensive play.
Great timing, Marv. He picked the right moment to go for the ball. The Hornets are pulling away, Marv, and have taken advantage of the lapses on defense.
Baker being played by Coleman. From the low block. Shots no good.
He's made a solid effort to rebound the basketball at the defensive end.
Pick on your right. Coming up left.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock.
Right side, check the time. What are you doing?
Mashburn with 3 to shoot.
Jamal Mashburn.
He doesn't bite on the fake. Jones with the interception. Great effort on the defensive end.
He managed to disrupt the other team's offensive flow.
Lewis comes up with it.
And they run it back up court. A nice defensive stop that time, using his quick hands to get the steal.
A terrific interception by Booth. Puts it down with power. We have a whistle
for the Hornets.
Ridnour with a nice steal.
His man exposed the ball, trying to set up for the first step, and he stripped him of it with his quick hands.
Some patience being shown by Seattle.
New Orleans foul to number 12.
Baker is fouled, and it'll be charged to Anderson.
Team foul.
First shot is good. Baker makes both free throws. Anderson sets it up on the left side. Powers it through. Seattle could have prevented that basket.
The defense should have rotated to pick up the man with the ball.
Lewis, played by Mashburn. He has a mismatch here.
He's going to be very aggressive on offense anytime he sees this matchup.
Get it on the rim.
Here's Lewis. Gets it to go with the clock winding down. Advances up court. That's a mismatch there, Zaw.
Marv, the defender is going to have his hands full trying to stop his man. There's just too many ways he can score.
Coleman from up
Sonic's
close.
foul to number 52, Kelvin Booth. That's his 4th personal. Team foul, number 2.
Coleman
to
is
the
fouled
line.
on the shot,
Shooting
and
two,
he is sent to
Derek
the line.
Coleman.
Good on the first.
How many fouls is that?
He puts it up.
Here's that play one more time.
Kelvin Boone. That's his 5th personal team foul. Number 3.
Coleman is fouled, and it'll be charged to Booth.
Coleman.
It drops. Coleman sinks them both.
Into the game for the
James steps in
Sonics.
from the
Number
bench for the
18.
Supersonics.
James.
Ridnour working from the right side.
Defensive foul to number 44.
Lewis was hit on the
Coleman.
attempt and is
That's
sent to the
his
line.
3rd personal
Makes the
team
first.
foul. Number 2.
Lewis gets them both. He leaves his feet. Able to hit from downtown.
For 3.
Barry with the ball. Can't hit for 2. The Supersonics not able to find an answer at the other end. Tries one from the perimeter. Misses the turnaround.
That was a tough 3, Marv. The defensive player was right there.
An impressive defensive stop by Lewis. A turnover caused by Campbell.
Great defensive pressure, Marv.
The other team is having a difficult time executing on offense. Draws iron and gets the kind roll. Barry up with the shot, misses the 2. They continue to own the boards at the defensive end.
They've really played some smart basketball tonight. Getting to good position, boxing out, and controlling the defensive board.
Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. From the post, off the mark. Controls the defensive board.
He's playing sound, physical ball out there, Marv. It's been said a million times, but it's true. To get the rebounds, you just have to want it more.
Baker is fouled, and it'll be charged to Coleman. The setup by Ridnour. He's picked the defense apart with his passing tonight.
Well, Marv, he has that knack for getting the ball to his teammates where they can do something with it. It just seems natural for him, and that's why he's such a great playmaker.
The Hornets able to answer at the other end.
We're seeing some nice execution out there. Neither team able to stop the other from scoring.
Out of bounds. The officials say it's last touched by the Hornets. He tees it up. Lewis with the helper. It is good off the glass. Anderson working from the middle. Jones is met by Barry. Coleman with the answer at the other end.
Jones with a beautiful alley-oop. They made eye contact, and he delivered it perfectly.
Ridnour bringing it up court. Barry, little room to move.
Barry is shooting under 25% from the field.
Right. On your right, slide through. Defensive stop right now.
He chases it down.
Watch the zone. Did they change the rule of traveling?
commits the offensive foul. That's his fifth personal. Ridnour tries the jumper. The two's no good. Coleman's been a standout so far, rebounding the basketball at the defensive end.
He's making sure the other team doesn't get second chance opportunities.
From in close, finger rolls good.
Derek Coleman.
Mashburn with a big-time rejection.
He's making a statement defensively, Czar. That was quite a block. Tomahawks it through. Barry with the prayer. The score is 83-61.
Let's get another look at that
Defensive
play.
foul to number 7, Rashard Lewis.
Mashburn is fouled, and it'll be charged to Lewis.
Mashburn.
It's good. He makes them both. Ridnour advances the ball. Barry shooting comes up empty. Not a real high percentage shot against a taller defender.
Well, it's hard.
Jones covered by Barry. The Hornets keeping the defense moving.
To number 42, Vin Baker. That's his second personal. We are now in the penalty.
They'll send them to the line.
For 2, Derek Coleman.
Coleman hits the free throw.
Who's got shooter? Who's got the shooter?
2 for 2.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Lewis with a tough defense by Jones. Lewis is fouled, and he's being sent to the line.
Last 2 minutes.
First shot is good. He hits both. Sets it up. From down low, off the board and in.
Coleman.
Ridnour at the basket, able to finger roll. Guarded loosely at the perimeter by Barry. The layup doesn't go. They come down with it.
The defense is having such a strong presence at their end tonight, Marv. They're getting every missed shot.
Baker is going to work. From the paint, the two's no good. Another rebound.
The Hornets, New Orleans. Substitutions, New Orleans.
Just over a half minute left in the quarter. Brings it up court. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Defensive foul to number 13. Jerome
Robinson
James.
is fouled by
To the line
James.
for two.
Good on the
Eddie
first.
Robinson.
You know you're getting away with a lot. No shooter.
Robinson
Into the
makes
game
both
for
free
the Seattle
throws.
Sonics. Number 9. Vitaly
The shot clock is not a factor now. Barry sets it up near the middle. 11 seconds left in the quarter. 5 left on the clock. The near stick, the rejection. P.J. Brown. 3 quarters through this game, the Hornets lead by 26.
They've been the better team through 3 quarters, and they deserve to come out on top.
Great ball movement.
Marshall, let's watch that one again.
Brown working on his defender. Wilcox played solid defense down low and forced the opposition into a tough shot. Layup's good.
Ridnour is really seeing the court well tonight. He's doing a great job of setting up his teammates.
On the shot clock. Brown from close range. He elevates off the mark from the post. Radmanovich setting it up. Mashburn up on the shooter. The 3 gets tipped home.
He reacted quickly and challenged the 3. A very impressive effort.
He sets up on the right. Patterson with the block. Hits the finger roll. The Supersonics open this final quarter trailing, and they have responded. They've narrowed the gap to 18. With the pull-up, can't hit for 2. Anderson working the post. Wilcox has to be feeling pretty fortunate not to have picked up a foul there.
He was fully committed when he brought on the pump fake, and usually when that happens, you give up a basket or a trip to the line. Luckily for him, none of those things happened.
The passing lane played by Jones.
He was showcasing his quickness there. 1 minute the passing lane was open, the next minute he's there to pick it off.
Ridnour sets it up near the top. Ten to put it up. Here's Rodmanovic. No good from three-point land. Advances up court. Ridnour blocks it. Setting it up. Rodmanovic with the notion to fire, misfires from the baseline. Timeout is
Seattle.
a few players coming into the bench for the Supersonics. Five on the shot clock. 3 on the clock. Has to shoot. The 24-second clock ran out on the Supersonics.
That must have been a frustrating possession. Great defensive pressure.
The Hornets need to be more careful passing the ball.
They're lucky that pass didn't result in a turnover.
Misses the 2. He takes it inside, grabs his first board of the game, sets it up. Taking their time, not rushing the shot. Rodmanovic looking to hit. James with the find. Out of bounds on the loose ball. Four left on the clock. Magloire in traffic. Post shot is no good. The spectacular dunk. P.J. Brown. Watson with the ball. Ten seconds remaining on the shot clock. Gets the baseline shot to go.
Watson with a nice assist that time. The recognition of the defense coming and getting it to his teammate at the last second. A spectacular play.
Setting it up. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Hornets. He doesn't go for the fake. It is not good for the baseline. A near turnover. Sent back by Rodmanovic. Loose ball, last touch by the Supersonics. Knocked away by Patterson. Pulling up, clock's at 1. Patterson charged with the offensive foul, his first personal.
Patterson.
Blocked by Patterson. The Supersonics with nice ball movement. With the penetration, Patterson gets it off with 3 left. Advances up court. Flushes it down. Jamaal Magloire. James could have prevented that basket with a foul. The Super
for Seattle.
Watson right at the basket. Finger rolls it for 2. Mashburn puts it up. The 2's no good. Watson picked up by Anderson. Shot clock showing 4. It's good from downtown.
For 3.
Loose ball, out of bounds. James working from the middle. The pass played perfectly by Brown. The Supersonics are really struggling today with turnovers.
The passer needs to make sure the intended receiver is open and ready to catch the ball.
James takes it away.
The Supersonics are playing with a lot of energy at the defensive end.
The pressure has made things very difficult for the other team. Four on the clock. Comes up empty. Watson soars for the rebound. Shot clock is down to 5. Basket's good off the board. The Supersonics have not performed well.
They may have waited too long to start their run.
Nobody able to come up with that loose ball. He has the height advantage in this matchup.
With his size, once he squares up, it's probably a done deal. James is very close to fouling out of this game.
The other team is going to be going at him on the offensive end. Brown is just hit on the shot and will. An attempt to shake things up by the Supersonics. He comes up with it. He sets up on the right. Magloire returns it to him. Out of bounds on the loose ball.
Supersonics have cut the lead to a respectable margin, but may have waited too long to start staging a comeback.
Nicely done by Barry.
Again, a difficult pass is intercepted by the other team. They need to learn from their mistakes and cut down on the careless turnovers.
Baker gets inside.
Vin Baker.
Mashburn guarded by Lewis. No good. The contact forced him to adjust his shot, and he couldn't make it stick.
Hornets foul to number 42, P.J.
Baker draws the foul and goes to the line for two. Makes the first.
New Orleans continues to make it very difficult for the other team to get offensive rebounds. They're playing some heads-up defense, keeping their bodies between the basket and their man as soon as a shot goes up.
With the emphatic dunk.
The Supersonics still have a chance, but can't allow any more lapses on the defensive end.
Sets it up. He misses the lane. He collects the rebound. He's stripped by Lewis. Baker advances the ball. The Supersonics are stepping up their play, but there's not much time left to complete the comeback.
It will take an incredible finish to overcome the deficit and get the win.
A great steal by Lewis.
They have to score here, or this one's all but over.
They may want to go for a three. The strong finish.
The Supersonics haven't given up, but still trail with very little time left in the game.
Barry gets it back, a huge steal. Baker is whistled for a backcourt violation.
That violation was the result of careless basketball, Marv.
They cannot afford to make mental...
Oh, the tough defense forcing the turnover. A pivotal play by him on the defense.
Just over 11 seconds left in this one. From in deep. Oh, what a play. What beautiful assist.
The Supersonics have made it close.
They have no more fouls to give.
That's the first foul in the final.
Down to 5 of the game. Lewis commits the intentional, and that's his fourth.
That's his fourth personal. We are
First shot is good.
Penalty.
Another rebound by Brown. Brings in another rebound. Comes in for the first time tonight for the Supersonics. It drops. Magloire sinks them both.
Timeout for Seattle.
There's the final buzzer. The Supersonics have come up short. The final score is 103 to 101.